Hello, welcome back to Mrs. Hewitt's Spelling at Home, your Key Stage 2 word study session. Today we are going to look at a root word, and I actually find this one really, really interesting. It does have some of the words that are on your Key Stage 2 spelling list as well, so it actually links into what you're learning, which is always good. So the root morpheme that we're doing today is this, which is gest. Okay, and this is from the Latin gestare, which means to bear or to carry. So when we say to bear, it means to bear weight. So it's to do with carrying. Okay. It's a pretty big grid, lots of pathways. Okay, but again, words that you're going to really recognise. So I'm going to give you, need to make sure you've got a nice long time to get as many words as you can, and then see if you can pre-think some of the explanations between why or how those words actually got their meaning when you've built them together. Good discussion points. And then when you unpause it, we'll talk through the word sums and you can see if you were right or if we've got the same words. Okay, so get ready to pause your video. Okay, so let's go through some of these. This is actually almost one of my favourite ones. So at the top there, we've got a nice sciencey word. We have got digest and digestion. So obviously you could have digestible, digested, digesting, anything to do with that verb digest, okay? And then we've got digestion, which is the act of doing it. Now, this di here comes from dis. Okay, so we've had dis lots of times and dis changes to diff. It also just changes to die because digest is quite hard to say. So that S has just got dropped. Okay, so we've got digest, apart. So this is about carrying apart because dis means away from or apart. So if you think about your digestive system, your digestion, that's actually separating out, carrying it through and carrying all your things that you eat apart from each other. Okay, so digestion is that sort of carrying apart or carrying away from. We've then got, so I've just put in some different prefixes and suffixes there, but still with digest as our root. So we've got in, meaning not, and then we've got the able, so meaning you're able to do it or not. So indigestible means that you can't digest it, basically, you can't eat it. Okay, but you could figure that out. If you know what digest means, you can work out what indigestible means. Okay, the other kind of interesting root, I think, is this one here. So it's all to do with the word suggest. Now I've put suggestively, but we've also got suggested, suggestion, all those other words, you know, those same roots, but I have put suggestively just because it allows us to build that ively, and remember that we actually keep that e when we add the ly there because it's not a suffix starting with a vowel, so we keep that as suggestively. Now this sug here comes from sub, which means from below or from underneath. Sub like submarine means below. So again, it's changed. The B has changed the G. Subgest is quite hard to say. So over time, it's assimilated to the G. We've got the double G for suggest. Like lots of things happen, but if you think as a suggestion, it's coming up from, it's almost like you've raised a point, haven't you? You've suggested something, it's come up from within. So to sort of carry up something. So that is where that word suggest comes from. Okay, so suggestively is just one of the words you can get from suggest. We've got gestation. Gestation is a pregnancy, basically, how long it takes that carrying of a baby. So the gestation of an elephant is very, very long. They have a long pregnancy, but the gestation, that's a noun there, and that's to do with the time of a carrying, basically. You can see there my favourite suffix, the shun, because shun is not a suffix, it's ion, but it's a t because it comes from gestate. We drop that e, add the ion. Okay, so we know it's a t for a shun because it's from gestate. Next one, look, gesticulation. What a long word that is. And that comes from a gesture, and gesticulate is all to do with making gestures with your hands or, you know, that whole thing. So it's to do with expressing yourself, carrying your opinion through your body, basically. It's from the old kind of Latin thinking. But you can see there we've got gesticulate, which would be the verb to gesticulate. We drop that e as we add the ate. And then if we make a gesticulation, we drop that e for our shun again. We've got the ate and then the shun. So if you've got an ation, it's always a t because it comes from that ate morpheme. Okay, so gesticulate, gesticulation. Congested. You could be talking about a corridor being congested, a car park, a road. Your nose basically means bunged up, blocked up, overcrowded. Con meaning with, lots of things in there, carrying with lots of things in, okay, bearing a lot, all crowded in. So congested, I've got decongestion. So we've got congestion, meaning lots of things stuck in there. Decongestion, the opposite of. So it's not, you can, and if you decongest something, you unblock it, okay? And then at the bottom there, I've just put gesturing as an extra one, just to remember that we drop that E when we add the ing, gesturing. So wasn't that fun? We could have ingest as well, which is when you take something in, carry it within, you ingest it, it's like you inhale it, okay? So lots and lots and lots of words there with gest in. I know I've gone relatively quickly, but don't forget you can always go back to that word grid earlier on if you want to check out some more of those words yourself. Look out for those words in your reading, when you're spelling, make sure you're applying all those rules. Suggestion is probably the word that you're going to use most, so make sure you can definitely spell that right, and try and use that when you write your sentences. When you stop the video now to write your sentences. So that's it for today. Well done. See you back tomorrow for our last one of the week. Okay, take care. Bye.